If you clicked on this video, chances are you would like to learn what it is to become a growth operator. You would like to understand what it means to become a growth operator and how they make so much money. The truth is, towards the end of this video, you guys will most likely not become a growth operator. And in just a few moments, I will explain exactly why. But you have to understand that growth operator is a term of an entire system. So what I'm teaching you guys throughout this entire course is the system. I have spent months and months and years with failed businesses, with hours of studying and understanding to have formulated this type of system. And I have manifested this course to teach you guys exactly that. And before we start, I just want to make it absolutely clear that I might be wrong. But on the contrary, I might as well just change or begin the point of where you start your journey, your business journey in your life. So however you guys take this course, take it with an open heart, and I hope to provide as much as value as I can. So before we start, you guys might ask, who on earth am I? And the truth is, I am actually nobody special. The crazy thing is, if you actually Google my name, I am a football player. I professionally play football in Malaysia. And the thing is, why I'm explaining this is, I am not here to brag or anything. And in the contrary, I want to make it clear that I am just like you guys. I am a person who would like to start business, and just like you guys, I have no benefits, I have no advantages. I started off from scratch, and you guys can do the absolute same. So without further ado, let me explain to you guys why becoming a growth operator is perhaps the most crucial and the most effective frameworks and systems out there when making money 2024. And guys, always remember that becoming a growth operator is a sub-component of a vast and a greater system. So without further ado, that was a great introduction, by the way. Let's get all to the serious parts now. Or the more fun parts, I guess. Or not serious parts, sorry. Before we begin, everything I'm giving you are ultimately systems. And guys, use logic a little bit. Systems are consisted of subcomponents. Because just like an engine, just like a car, it utilizes multiple systems for your vehicle to work smoothly as possible. And understand that systems are meant to be broken. Systems are not perfect. And systems take time, and they take a lot of skills and knowledge for it to be developed correctly. In order for you guys to realize success, we need your system to function effectively. We do this by not changing the system, but ultimately improving the subcomponents that compound the system. You guys have to understand that what creates a system are obviously the different types of segments, the so-called subcomponents that construct and function the system. In order for you to become better, and that applies generally in life, in business, in life, that in order for you to create a system that effectively generates money for you, you have to improve the subcomponents that make up the system. And what these subcomponents essentially are is what we're gonna go through this entire course. But realize this and remember this for the rest of your life, that in order for you to become successful, and in order for you to become successful, and in order for you to generate as much as money as you want to desire, you have to realize that it all boils down to systems. Bill Gates said this best, and Bill Gates was, if not the richest man on earth at this point, I believe, but he's the one who emphasizes, and there's a very famous quote about him that basically talks about systems. If you guys think I'm talking cap, let me just amplify this point. Bill Gates, systems. Okay, now through that amazing introduction, I'm low key on flow right now, so I might be walking twice as fast. Here, the human body is the most complex. That is not what I'm looking for. Anyways, long story short, Bill Gates is the man who emphasizes on systems, and if you do some in-depth research on him, then you realize that he doesn't own products or launches products per se, but he's the one who basically manifests the entire system, the entire frameworks of how these business basically operate. Without further ado, let's literally jump to what this video should be about. It is literally becoming a growth operator, and I'm here to make it your goal to literally create money or understanding the system that will generate money out of it. My system is not perfect, and neither are any. Your success is a combination of my system and other systems you have adopted to your goal. And I want to make this absolutely clear. You guys have to understand that I am presenting a system. Now that, with that in mind, you guys have probably learned multiple different types of systems. You guys have learned multiple types of styles and strategies to make money out there. For you to ultimately be successful, you have to refine your own system, and you do that by essentially learning new systems like mine and combining with all the previous systems you have learned over time. As a beginner, having a system is better than no system at all. Use this as a reference but not as an endpoint, and never stop learning. Now, if you guys are an absolute beginner and have not had any gurus in the past or didn't watch any other YouTube videos, then having a system would logically always be better than having no system at all, because again, knowledge is knowledge and value is value, and value is something that doesn't appreciate as long as you keep learning. Now, there are a few stuff that I want to make clear that I am not teaching and I will not touch upon this course. Now, if you guys have seen previous videos about growth operators, there might be some topics they talk about which I do not involve in my course due to a few reasons which I will mention later, but some of them are no cold outreach. And if you guys have watched some previous videos about growth operators, you will realize that one of the most crucial and most important, and in fact one of the most hardest parts, is indeed the outreach segment. If you guys want to obtain new clients, you have to find some format of outreach. But in this specific course, I'm not gonna explain you guys to do outreach at all, and I will explain you guys why and how it is possible to actually have clients without going for a cold outreach. I said no outreach at all. Well, what I meant was no cold outreach, but it basically describes or highlights no outreach at all, and warm outreach is, you guys will probably understand what I'll say in just a moment now down here. Anyways, 8 to 18 months to realize actual profit. You guys have to understand that in order for you to refine and make sure that your system functions perfectly, it takes a lot of trial and error. And now, why 8 to 18 months? 8 to 18 months because firstly it's a nice looking number, and 8 to 18 months is literally how long it takes for you to try out systems and, you know, experiment different strategies, and in order for you with enough patience to eventually pay off, 8 to 18 months is when you actually begin or start realizing results. And don't get me wrong, this 8 to 18 months in fact does not make you a millionaire. And in fact, in order for you to become a millionaire, it takes you 7 years. And why do I say 7 years? It's because this person right here. By the way, guys, for every step of my course, I put a sub link for all the YouTube videos, so basically all the reference I've made, in order for you to literally for you guys to literally expand your knowledge. So do take a look at all the reference I put at the bottom. It's supposed to be orange, but this one's blue. But yeah, do take a look at those videos, because these are essentially the references I make to sharpen my skills and knowledge, and for you guys to in general become a better person. So if you guys don't know who Charlie Morgan is, Charlie Morgan is an amazing person, and he's one of the videos that one of the creators that literally inspire me a lot. And he basically creates an entire course of how you become a millionaire, and he's very good at explaining the philosophy behind it. He's very good at explaining the psychology, and based on his experience, some of the I would say some of the strategies that he's practically implemented that has realized him to become a millionaire. So he explained throughout this video that it takes for you in general 7 years, but obviously that depends on how much effort and how much so-called sacrifices you guys make. But here's the crazy thing is the majority of you guys can't even watch the entirety of this video, of my video, and yet alone you guys want to be a millionaire. Like, how can you guys wait 7 years if you can't even watch the entire duration of this specific video? Anyways, continuous sharpening, knife analogy. So I want you guys to understand that knowledge and specifically business knowledge, right? So business knowledge is essentially the framework that you create for yourself in order to generate the desired monetary outcome for yourself. In simple terms, if you want to make money, you need to sharpen a specific set of tools, right? And think about it as a knife. In order for you to keep chasing or to keep obtaining all these, let's say, business opportunities or business recipes, how we say it in Malaysia, you have to continuously sharpen your knife. And as you guys know, knives don't sharpen by themselves. You do need a few tools, you do need a few machines, a few strategies, metaphorically speaking, in order for you to continuously pursue that specific goal. Respect gurus because they teach systems. And now this is something where I have made many mistakes over time, and it's essentially because I believe I had a huge ego. So psychologically speaking, part to it is actually lowering your ego, because you have to understand that these gurus, one, present you some type of value, right? And so this type of value often consists of knowledge, obviously specifically depending on what you're researching, but that type of knowledge is something that they know more than you. So always realize that there's some new type of value that you might obtain that you never know. That is one. And number two, gurus literally just teach systems. Just how I am presenting a system to you, they are literally doing the same. So why would you guys ever complain or disrespect gurus, or start like insulting them that it didn't work, or that some of the stuff that they teach is essentially not correct? The thing is, right, they are teaching a system, and what that essentially means is they are teaching you a framework of subcomponents that has worked for them. It might not work for you, but the most important part, or the most important catch out of it, is that you have to understand that they are teaching systems. Further study. I think that was the Charlie Morgan. Growth operator. Now let's go more to what it's actually all about. So if you guys probably search growth operator on YouTube, Mr. Eddie Cumberbatch, if I said his name properly, is probably the person who you have seen first according to YouTube's algorithm, and he has obviously implemented his own growth operating system, and he is also a person that teaches a specific system for a growth operator. Now, if you guys realize throughout this entire course, my system is quite similar, but yet at the same time very different, and you will realize the specific areas where I differentiate myself from his framework. And I believe personally that my system or my framework is specialized in a way that should make it at least more convenient for you guys. The business philosophy I'm teaching is essentially becoming a growth operator. And why? Because it is the most powerful framework you can have for any digital business. Now let me repeat that again. It's the most powerful framework for you to have for any type of digital business. I have tried drop shipping, I've tried SMMA, I've tried e-commerce, I've tried forex, affiliate marketing, crypto. I've tried the most common business needs out there, and their systems are either too specialized or oversaturated, or they just never worked for me, or have never aligned with my personal vision and the things that I essentially enjoyed when it comes to business. And I believe that is also absolutely important, that you guys should do business that you guys really enjoy. And now again, I said this at the very beginning, that throughout this entire video, you guys might actually change your mind to not become a growth operator, but that is absolutely fine. Don't get me wrong. If throughout this video, if you guys say, you know what, I don't want to be a growth operator anymore, I'm absolutely fine, because for me, my mission here is to introduce you guys this type of system, and this system, it describes or picks what a growth operator essentially means, but it is a system that you refine to your own goals, and you can essentially define it however you want. For example, you guys can use my system for your SMMA business. You can use my system for your drop shipping business. In fact, you can use my system and implement it in most of the digital businesses out there. And why that is so is because this framework, and it's also the reason why it's so powerful, is because this framework is very universal. It's quite standardized, that it attracts the mass market, and therefore applying this system, you won't go wrong when it comes to any digital business. Understand this, guys. Sorry, there's something in my throat, and the reason is because I am actually fasting today. So for my Muslim brothers out there, Ramadan Mubarak. Anyways, understand, the growth operator has 3 angles, only 3 angles, but that are not limited to, which can be applied. So why 3 angles? Because, and obviously there are infinite angles, right? Let's get super metaphysical here. But there are 3 angles which you can literally apply this on. Yourself, and I will explain that in just a minute. Other creators, and that's what you guys probably realize from Eddie Cumberbatch and other YouTubers teaching about growth operators, or other companies. And this would apply for SMMA, but the framework and the system would be more similar to more of a growth partner. And now you guys can YouTube what a growth partner is for SMMA, but you will realize that the framework is very similar but not identical. One for yourself. Now, what is meant by that? And that is literally where you, I would say, out-define, if that is even a word, if you would take out the definition of what a growth operator essentially means, and you kind of realize, okay, what growth operator literally just means is 1 personal branding and 2 digital product, and you can apply that for yourself. And what I mean by yourself is you essentially just focus on personal branding. Now, that is literally what I'm doing right now. I am literally at number 1, and I'm teaching you guys a specific type of infographic, which is, you know, how to become a growth operator. And I just specialize this on my personal branding. I don't do this to other creators. I don't offer this as a service, just as for now. And I also don't offer this to other companies. This is just a framework. This is just a system. And I primarily focus on teaching what a growth operator is as a personal branding for myself. A growth operator, and I think I just briefly explained it just now, has 2 fundamental terms broken down, and it is the only fundamental terms that you should understand when it comes to what a growth operator is. And it is number 1, personal branding, and number 2, info products. It's literally nothing more, guys. It's literally 1, realizing personal branding, and number 2, having some type of digital product, which is literally the info product. It is literally all of that, which is just those 2. The framework of the growth operator is comprised of 3 macro components, which are important when analyzing and evaluating clients. So just understand that a growth operator, and I'm already touching what the system is, and this is the system. It is literally just these 3 macro components, and because they're just macro components, it is the specific micro components that we would eventually have to, you know, get better at and improve our skills at, that in return improve this entire macro system. And what is this macro system? This macro system is MSP: marketing, sales, and product. And realize this, that it has to follow this sequence. You have to focus on marketing first, and marketing is basically traffic. It's basically all the mediums that are out there that capture an audience. Number 2, sales. Now for growth operator, Sales is literally just funnels. It's literally funnels, whether it's VSLs, whether it's landing pages. Gosh, I need to watch out my spelling. Or it's like, creator links such as beacons or Standstore or Linktree. Like those are literally sales. Product. Product is, as I just explained, literally just info products. It's literally digital products that teach a knowledge or type of skill. Now, this is basically the definition of info product. If you guys don't understand what info product is, then do some research. No, I'm joking. Then you can Google it, but in a nutshell, info product is basically a digital product out there that sells a particular type of knowledge. And because it is knowledge, you have to understand that you are teaching the audience. That differentiates with creators who create content that entertain. Because if you're an entertainer, then this system will most likely not apply to you unless you shift your content towards a direction where you sell or present a type of knowledge for your audience. So essentially, you're just teaching the audience a type of skill. From now on, remember this system forever. This system should be in your hearts and in your souls forever. And it's the only system you ever need. This is obviously just a marketing gimmick, but yeah, it is the fundamental system that you have to understand, which is universally applied. But as I mentioned in the very beginning, because it's a system, it gets fused, it gets improved, and it is essentially the subcomponents that make up the system that predicts the potential success of your system. I probably said system throughout this video at least 50 times already. But anyways, always remember the order. I mentioned this earlier. Marketing, outreach, sales, which is funnels, and products, your info product. Remember these three if you want to become a growth operator. And now, what I'm not asking you to do, and please understand this, to not start dropshipping, SMMA, SaaS, affiliate marketing, influencer review, and all the other types of typical business or digital niches, to make it specific. And why? It is because you have to understand that the growth operating framework, this macro system, can be applied for all of them. Hence why it's literally overpowered. Because if you understand MSP very well, then you will realize that MSP can literally be applied for all of these. All of these. You can apply it for dropshipping, you can apply it for SMMA. And it is a macro system. And yeah, hence why I'm not specifically teaching you guys these, because dropshipping, SMMA, SaaS, affiliate marketing, influencer review, they already have a specialized framework. They have a specific type of system, but unfortunately for dropshipping, for example, their system cannot be applied for a growth operator. The other way around works. Now let me repeat that again. Dropshipping, SMMA, SaaS, affiliate marketing, influencer review, and any other typical digital business niche, their systems cannot be applied for a growth operator. The other way around works. This framework, MSP, can be applied for all of them. Your goal here is to sell an info product and focus on personal branding. Now that is already the differentiator points where you guys can see, and why that already makes it a little bit unique to dropshipping, for example, or SaaS affiliate marketing. But you can always be creative and transfer, if that's the right word, transfer skills of this into this. Anyways, enough transfer here. Hence, if your content is about entertaining an audience, this will not work. Whatever niche you are in, we are providing value to your audience. Obviously, I am not saying that entertainers don't provide value towards the audience. The specific type of value I'm talking about is obviously the info product, the info knowledge, the knowledge that you guys present. And if your content, or if you are a creator or your clients are creators that literally just focus on entertaining their audience, like whatever type of content they make, then this will essentially not work. So don't waste your time and don't waste their time selling them a dream if it eventually doesn't even work. Value equals knowledge, knowledge equals teaching a skill, hence why it's called an information or info product. Now, let's get straight to it. Marketing. Marketing is what? Marketing is how your customers are initially exposed to the existence of your products. Keyword here is literally traffic. So all the types of traffics and also where you receive the types of traffics basically comprises marketing, or consists of marketing. Now, as I mentioned you guys before, that I'm not teaching about cold outreach or outreach in general, is the following. You have to understand that there's a difference when it comes to outreach, and it is basically just two things. Whatever type of other outreaches you guys learn about that is not applicable for growth operator, the most, I mean, it might be applicable, who knows, but the most important ones are cold outreach and warm outreach. Now, cold outreach, reaching out random creators. Yeah, you literally have to make the effort to one, find the creators, and number two, like filter whether these creators are promisable or not. And for me, that is honestly a lot of waste of time and energy, because that you haven't even talked to the creator yet, but the painful process to literally find them in the very beginning, well, that is quite hectic, I would say. You require sales training, and that comes to the pitching or the sales call that you guys have with the cold audience, and it's literally a skill that you also have to refine. You guys might be good and skilled in sales, so this might work for you, but if you're a person again who's literally a beginner, then there are a few stuff that you guys have to learn additionally in order to literally seal the bag for that type of creator. The risk is higher. Now, if you guys are new to growth operating, you have to understand that because you are a beginner, you have to try out a few stuff, because again, you have to realize whether the system works or not, whether some of the tools and strategies that you implement, whether they are effective. And in order for you to experiment, there comes certain type of risk, and now that risk is higher. And in my personal opinion, if you work with a creator that you don't know, you don't want to do all this risky stuff, right? Because you are literally working on their account, and for you, you know, if something goes wrong and they realize that it happens on your behalf, then it looks in return absolutely shit for you. So yeah, the risk is much higher, and it's again harder to experiment because you're a beginner. You have to try out this new stuff, because guys, again, I'm teaching you guys a system. Like the specific subcomponents, it might not even work for your creator. Now, in order for you to find out whether or not it works, you have to literally experiment, right? And if you guys experiment with, let's say, random creators, some creators don't even like it. Some creators don't even like it the moment you try out or post stuff without or not on their behalf. Like some creators are super nosy, and they literally want you to explain to them every step of the way of what you do to their account. Now, on the other hand, and the reason why I'm a bigger fan of this, is warm outreach. And warm outreach, I would say, is basically, logically speaking, first, the creators one that you know, and creators that are literally within your circle. And that obviously has some benefits, because you are more familiar with that particular person. You know their work, so their content, and you know how they basically operate, and you also know their personality. Now, this would work, and I assume, because we live at this new generation, you guys probably have a few creators that you guys are quite close to, or you know some types of creators that you guys have basically contacted with or knew, I don't know, through business or through the past. So warm outreach always, in my opinion, will always be better than cold outreach, especially if this type of growth operating system is new for you. Again, you guys don't need to pitch. I mean, you don't, obviously you have to pitch, you have to present them the system that I'm literally explaining. You have to present them what you will do to their accounts, but you don't have to do it. You don't have to pitch the same way like how you do it with cold outreach, because when you do it with people that you don't know, like there's a lot of introduction processes, like they want to see your previous work, they want to get to know you as a person. Like the type of pitching is obviously quite different, and so you don't have to pitch with that being said, uh, in that similar way. Less to lose, and now that comes back to the risk mitigation right here. When you do it with warm outreach and with essentially creators who you are close to or creators you literally have less to lose, and it is because one, they know you, and number two, they trust you. And if they're again close to you, then they will understand that you are trying this type of system for the first time, and some will have sympathy with you, I hope, if they're good friends, and they will understand that if something goes wrong, like, oh, you're just experimenting or trying out some strategies. Now, warm outreach I would recommend as a beginner, as it is a training for you to sharpen your skill. Hence, you might shift to another business idea in the future, can exit anytime. And that is also a very good point. Now, the thing is with cold outreach, and you guys will probably realize that when you have a few clients, I'm sure you guys have some clients at this point right now, especially if you guys have seen previously videos, then you will realize that there is a time period, right? And suddenly, who knows, if you guys suddenly decide to change your mind or have some different business skills, it's harder for you to exit if it's a random person, like a random client, because you have these business obligations you have to fulfill. And if you don't, receive results or get that specific result over some period of time, and you suddenly decide to change your mind on that business venture you want to do, it's a bit harder for you to exit. Offer your service for free. Don't charge off the bat. Now this is an absolute recommendable for you guys to do, and please do not charge creators thousands and thousands of dollars, thousands and thousands of ringgits in the very beginning, especially if you're new to the system. Like, one, you don't want to dissatisfy the results, you don't want to dissatisfy your clients, and also number two, you don't want to you don't want to affect your personal branding. It'll look shit for you, basically. Like, and you guys don't want to risk that. Don't risk your reputation by literally offering them such a high ticket product and then obviously offering shitty results. Now, like, literally don't do that. And offering free products, and I will get to that later throughout this video, offering free products establishes one, trust, and number two, there's this I'm like dyslexic, reciprocity, like reciprocity effect, so that they feel, oh shit, if you're providing free knowledge, these people will reach out to you. Literally why I'm creating this course for free, because my goal here is to provide the knowledge first, and once you guys trust me, one, and then two, once I've made my skills better, and once I become better at sharpening my system and also the way I present to you guys information, then you guys will reach out to me and be like, wow, Julian, this is cool. Is there another type of community or another type of mentorship one-to-one which you offer? So the idea of reciprocating that type of value is essentially more powerful, and you establish that by providing free knowledge. Yeah, so as you guys can see, I'm not the best presenter. I do stumble around a few words, or when I use complicated vocabularies, sometimes I get a bit dyslexic, and that is also because I'm actually German, so the language is a bit left and right, and also I speak Malay, and that also kind of intervenes sometimes. Anyways, now approach A. So we are still at marketing, we're still at the first stage, and this still comes to outreach. Now, approach A. If you're taking on already established creator, let's say 3 to 15,000 followers, and now this is the recommendable approach, by the way, because he literally has an established audience. These are the few steps of literally how you move forward. Once you have a creator, focus on the traffic sources. So literally look at his data. On Instagram you have insights, on TikTok you have insights as well. Look at the insights, look at the data, and take a look at the audience and customize them or categorize them into a specific avatar. Now, a customer avatar is basically an avatar or a figure that describes the mediocre audience, so the general audience of who they are, and they are comprised out of a few important attributes, which I will teach you guys in just a bit. But yeah, these are the steps. So creator, focus on traffic, analyze the data, and create a customer avatar. Approach B, and the reason why I don't recommend this is because it's actually a longer process and it takes a little bit more effort, a little bit more time. But if you are still going with this route, then all the best. You are creating a new account from scratch. So you're literally making a new social media account for you or for that person. And so when you create a new social account, realize, and this is why it takes so long, because you have to realize an info product niche to offer. So before you even create the account, you have to already understand or already realize the type of info product you want to sell or the type of info product you want to offer. And again, that takes a little bit more effort. And then you apply social media tools to capture the traffic. So once you understand you have the info product, then you apply all these social media tools to capture the traffic. And those tools I'll again go through just shortly, but it's essentially all these TikTok videos, the reels, all the posts, stories, highlights, etc., etc. Redirect to your social media page. Now again, this applies that if you're especially using third-party traffic, if you are, for example, selling an info product on Instagram, or if you're selling an info product on TikTok, then your traffic that you, for example, obtain through Twitter or YouTube, you have to redirect them to that specific social media page. Now, analyzing traffic. Look at the raw data and systematically organize them into a customer avatar, what I literally explained just now. A prerequisite, however, is to rebuild your Instagram. Now, if the creator already has an account that looks quite well, like if they have, their posts organized quite nicely, or their highlights, like put there in such a neat way, or their profile picture is cool, like then that is essentially fine. But if his account doesn't look that great, then you have to make some changes. Profile. If verify, do it. Also add a nice photo. So if there's a verification opportunity, unless the creator doesn't like it, then go for it. Literally, there's such a huge difference. My Instagram is verified, and there's such a huge difference of me obtaining traffic as if I were not verified. Also add a nice photo, add a cool profile photo of yourself. If you guys have a shitty one, explain your bio in a creative way, and also highlights, add results, or case studies. Now, if you guys want to have an understanding of what a sick bio looks like, then Jack Hopkins is an amazing example. Is an amazing example of how you can structure Instagram in such a way. So this specific video, absolutely check this out. A G's Guide to Instagram by Jack Hopkins. Shout out to Jack Hopkins. But yeah, this specific guide will basically optimize your Instagram in a powerful way. Number 2, create an audience analysis. As mentioned above, if starting an info product, solving a problem for and audience. So understand that you are, and that boils back to literally eliminating or removing your ego, because you have to understand that you are creating content not for yourself anymore at this point. You are creating your content, the content for your audience. So understand that you are essentially serving your audience, and it is more about them and less about you. That means that at the core business, it's actually serving the audience in the best way possible, and that's quite logically explained, because you want to obviously provide the best type and, ethically speaking, the best positive values when you are presenting your type of infographic. This means you must deeply understand the audience of your creator by creating a customer avatar. So it explains why you should create a customer avatar, and it is literally because you have to understand who your audience is. You need to understand who the average Iman, who the average Joe is among your Instagram following, so that you can understand what serves them best. Drop your ego and realize it's about serving the mass audience. Literally what I just said. Marketing. Now I will break you guys I will break you guys down. I will break it for you guys down how to create a customer avatar step by step. Step numero uno. Nomor satu, awak kena, you have to put factual attributes. These are 5 important factual attributes that you guys should analyze from your audience. Literally do it right now if you have the time. 1. Where is the majority of your audience located? Are they in Malaysia? Are they in Spain? Are they in the US? Put it in a country, and if you don't have a lot of following, you can narrow it a bit down to the state. Country, state. So are they from the capital? Are they from KL? Are they from Washington? Narrow it down to the specific state if the audience is not so large, if they don't have a lot of followers. Age, find the medium age. So I'm not asking for a specific number, but for example 20 to 30. So middle aged or teenager to middle age, put it that way. Gender, my type of content is more male, but it might also attract females. Who knows, if they're interested in making money or becoming a growth operator, it would tailor females as well. Why not, right? 20th century. I'm joking. Education. Now, how educated are they? And this is super important because this initially boils down to step 1, the acquiring traffic aspect, because you have to understand the info product you sell, you are serving a specific type of niche, and if the niche is not saturated a lot, so if there's not so much supply but the demand is very high, then you have a jackpot, you have a bingo. And that also, and this is a bonus tip, is if the audience and if the traffic is less knowledgeable about that specific skill or that specific subject your info product is teaching, then you will have another bingo, because the lower their knowledge on, let's say lower the knowledge on info product, logically or rationally speaking, gives you more opportunity. Simple supply and demand mechanism. The less people know and understand your type of niche, the more demand they will have to understand. And if it's not saturated, there's not a lot of supply. So you might be the only person out there teaching how to create baby products for mothers between 30 to 50 years old, something like that. And you might be the only one out there, and maybe your niche is not huge, maybe there's not a lot of mothers out there, researching that type of audience. But yeah, that essentially is where the research is super important, because again, understand the type of niche and understand that your niche shouldn't be too saturated. Annual income. Now, this boils down to your value, girl. No, I'm joking. This boils down to how much you eventually price your info products. But if you are targeting a high ticket, or if you're targeting a more wealthy audience, then their annual income has to be at least, let's say, 100,000 ringgit. In Malaysia, we use ringgit, which is $1 to $5 to 5 ringgit, roughly. So you want to target people who have an annual income of more than 100,000 ringgit, for example. Now, psychographics, discipline, level of mental strength they have. Take a deep look into your audience and realize if they have the discipline to pull through with the guidelines and instructions you do. Now, if you're a fitness influencer, if you're a personal coach and you want to teach people, and provide them some specific guidelines, some specific templates on how to do the exercises, but if you look at your audience and realize, oh shit, you know what? They actually don't have a lot of discipline, then your info product will also not work. Or in other words, you can restructure your info product and the marketing for your info product in a way that you can entice discipline or motivation even more. So in other words, that may be the marketing angle for your info product: discipline and motivation. Motivation, how motivated they are overall about life. Again, I just literally just made it clear. That's my biggest problem, guys. Like, I explain a point and then I add another point without me realizing that is literally the next point I want to explain. I know, right? ADHD or something. Anyways, quote: something they would say about your creators' content. Now, this is very important. Like, if you look at your mass audience, literally, and if you kind of visually construct them slowly, you can already imagine what they'll say. Like, literally, what do you, if I was a personal coach, if I was a fitness coach, and I look at my audience and my traffic, like, I would just think, oh, like, what will my audience say, and what will they say? They'll probably be like, oh, I'm so lazy to wake up, or I want to lose weight, or I want to gain muscles. I want to, learn how to make money. Pula. I want to learn how to get bigger biceps. Like, you can already predict what they'll say, and with that being said, that psychoanalysis will already like create you that visual avatar. Now, this is the bonus. This is the advanced. Sorry, guys, I was just battling against my nose. Fucker. Anyways, pain points. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, pain points. Now, this is more important. So, pain points. How is not achieving your goal paining yourself? Now, literally imagine that from your audience. Like, what do you think are their biggest struggles? Like, is it like them being a failure to themselves, like them not achieving their goals? Is it like their friends and families? Like, are they disappointing their parents for, I don't know, not making it out of the basement? And, or do they have enemies? Like, are they, like, do they have a lot of bullying, or are there a lot of people who literally hate them and, they want to prove a point against them? Like, literally capture this on their pain points. Like, once you have created the factual and psychographics, the pain points is literally what their biggest struggles are, and that is literally what sells. It's literally the pain that people suffer. Sounds very sad, but it is the truth. Once you have your audience avatar, you literally start creating content. Like, once you understand who your audience is, then you start making content that fits them. So creating content that essentially serves them and satisfy them. The content answers pain points. Pain points then leads Mother Scheiße, Digga. My spelling. Pain points then leads them to an action. Now, action is essentially part two, and action is sales, which would put them into funnels. Sales. Oh, it is lead. Goodness. Further study. See, I linked that for you guys as well. I love you guys so much. Now, this is Alex Hormozy. My God, you're so annoying. Alex Hormozy is the absolute guru when it comes to Alex Hormozy is the absolute guru when it comes to selling. You guys, again, always sharpen your skills and knowledge. You guys have to make your own research and find out for yourself who you want to listen to. But in my opinion, Alex Hormozy is one of the top goats out there, especially when it comes to sales and acquiring clients. So if you guys, again, depending on your type of outreach and the type of strategies you implement to capture your audience, listen to this video so that you have a better chance to literally getting more sales. Anyways, it's all linked for you guys. I always love you guys, so do check that out. Where were we? Oh, over here. Yeah. Okay. Marketing. We're still in marketing, guys. Stop dosing off. Low-key fasting is a bit hard. But anyways, marketing. How users reach you? Literally by interacting with your content. There are only a few ways that that the users actually reach out to you. One is posts, two stories and highlights, and three reels. This, I mean, obviously depends on the other platforms as well. Like if you're using Twitter or LinkedIn, then you can obviously publish blogs and written posts. But for the mainstream social media applications, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, then usually that is the case. You have to start posting, otherwise they won't reach you. Like, guys, this is literally a no-brainer. Like, start creating content. And I'm not asking you guys to hire the most expensive video editors out there or the most expensive graphic designers, but the importance or the essence is you need to start creating content so you eventually reach out to them, or the other way around. The algorithm picks up your amazing content and they reach out to you. Now that is the goal. Once interacted, there are two ways to reply to them. One, reply and sell manually. So if they reply to your content, if they reply to your story or your post, then, and this is my recommendation, especially in the early stages, sell to them manually. DM them back, reply them back, and say, oh hi, yeah, like this is what I do and this is what I want to propose to you. I'm offering this and this. Are you interested? Blah blah blah, and bring them into your community, or the info product you're selling. Automate responses with software or hiring a sales rep. Now this is a little bit more advanced, and this is more suitable if the person has too many traffic that manual labor is literally not sufficient. And automated responses with specific type of softwares I will go through in just a bit, or hiring sales rep is also a recommendation, and this is literally up to you. Either one works quite well. My personal recommendation, however, is software, like in terms of the advanced stuff, because it's cheaper and lazier. And in terms of software, here are a few recommendations. ManyChat is a good one. Very typical. I could have sworn I put a link. Oh, there we go. ManyChat is a good one. Respond.io is more of an AI, I guess, more of an advanced tech stuff. Or Stammer AI. Stammer is also very new, but Stammer AI is more applied, I would say, on clients' websites and like more of a formal account, I would say. Further study. I believe this is ManyChat. This has to be ManyChat. Yeah, this is ManyChat. So this specific video is literally a simple 3-minute 28 seconds guide of how you can set up ManyChat. So if you guys are having a software, I would recommend ManyChat, and this video will definitely help you out. And you can set up your automation, your chat automation in literally no time. Once marketing section number one, guys. Once marketing is optimized, you focus on sales, which is essentially number two. Sales for this purpose is literally funnels. That's all it is, guys. Funnels. And funnels are landing pages. Sales, basically all your funnels. Build a funnel if you don't have one. If you have never ever built a funnel in your entire life, then what the actual shit are you doing? No, I'm joking. I myself literally built my first funnel just a few months ago, and if you guys are new to it, not a problem. I'm new to it as well, and I'm not the best at it, and I'm also learning my skills and essentially sharpening my skills how to make my funnels more powerful. I put a link as well shortly on how to create amazing funnels. right here. Do check it out, but just a second, yeah, don't go away. Choosing the right funnels. Now, that obviously depends on numerous factors, including the creator, the type of info product they're selling, and also the specific type of niche you guys are satisfying. Linktree in general is shit for every type of for every type of funnel. I hate Linktree. Linktree I used when I was a teenager, and their functionalities with upselling and monetizing and offering an info product and PDF is just so poor. Unless I might be a bit close minded now, I might be a bit narrow minded, unless they've improved their features over time. But as of for now, I believe Linktree is so bad, honestly, guys. Stop putting a lame ass website. Nobody cares. And not only that, guys, in the early stages, I wouldn't put up a website to even begin with. Like I'll boil that down in stage 3 of what the product should be, but I wouldn't begin yet alone with a lame ass website, but a website in general. Like if you guys are testing a specific niche, product fit is super important. Like product fit is so important to even identifying whether or not your info product will be successful or not, whether or not it can literally sell. And if you guys, put all these costs and efforts and time into constructing a website and yet alone making it absolutely shanty, why? Like, don't waste that time. Like, find out product fit and capture audience and traffic first. No product links. I'll explain later. Now, any other type of product link, and I mean, for example, I sell a product, some coffee product, which gives you erection for a lifetime. No, a product that gives you it's called Full Man's Coffee. A product that gives you, some hopes in bed. But I would, for example, never ever, or here, I would never ever put like a product page, or I would never put that in the link. Like it doesn't convert so well. Like if you put a product link on your bio and it leads them to the website, and then like a lot of these complications, it's not gonna sell. Like, and I've learned that many times, because you guys want to know how many products I sold when I put that product link in my bio. You know how many I sold? Zero. Like I'm literally made no sell. It didn't work, and so I wouldn't recommend for you guys to do the same. Yeah. So funnels lead to info products. That is quite a no-brainer. Understand that funnels would essentially lead to your info products, so the products you're selling. Now, here are my recommendations if you guys want to establish or create a good funnel. Now, these recommendations here are not limited, because you might have your own website or your own platform. You already might be using Webflow or another provider out there, which is absolutely fine. But again, if you're a beginner, these are my recommendations. Beacons is what I'm currently using, and I believe Tristan Tate and Jack Hopkins and a few other creators, they use beacons. ClickFunnels is more like businesses. Like if you want to sell like a course or an online webinar, ClickFunnels is very popular. Cultra is literally the same, just like ClickFunnels. I'm not too sure what specifically or what type of differences they have specifically, but they are literally the same. Stan Store is more for e-commerce. So if you're selling a digital product, and by product I mean an e-commerce product, if it's drop shipping, a physical product in that sense, then Stan.store is actually called Stan Store. Is amazing because you create a nice, how do I explain it? Like a nice link tree format. So you have nice links, but you can also sell your product from that link, which is super, super cool. Beacons is the same way, but beacons I would focus more on if you are specializing on paid communities, um, and perhaps online courses, I guess. Online courses, yeah. I'm not going to teach you guys how to create a good funnel, and that you guys can literally learn by yourself, because again it depends on like numerous factors what I mentioned earlier. um I'm literally saying this stuff like, am I that great? Maybe not, I don't know. Too much to fit within the stock, that is logic, but also a marketing gimmick. let's move to something more exciting. Your info product. Now, this is the exciting part, guys. If you guys have made it this far and if this knowledge has helped you out so far, please give me a like or subscribe. Gosh, I'm like begging you guys, like, please show me that there's some, value I'm teaching, because this constructive feedback, I would also, take that for myself and would understand whether or not the value I'm providing is helpful. And my personal goal, and I make this clear in every single video I'm making, is I would like to help at least one person. And if I've made you, and if you are that one person who has somehow benefited from the stuff I'm saying, then let me know by hitting that like button. Anyways, without further ado, let's jump straight to it. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go to product, by the way, if you guys are interested in making the funnels, as I mentioned earlier, study other people's funnels. I cannot make this clearer than that. I'll repeat it again. In order for you to become successful, you have to study other people's successes. Now, if you study other people's funnels, it doesn't have to be Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is just an example. Study their funnel, and especially study their funnel if it fits your niche. Study their funnel, understand how they structure their sources, their traffic, and how they have funneled it down towards their info product. And you can do that. And this is such a bonus tip. And I love this guy. Literally, I love you, Simon. This YouTuber named Simon, I cannot pronounce his second names. Fucking hell, man. Simon Nguyen, if I said properly. This gentleman right here literally broke down funnels from the most popular creators out there. Hamza, Luke Belma, Renzo, Mr. Mason, Max Parson, Iman Ghazi, Andrew Tate. He has literally broken down all these funnels. So do check it out, understand how funnels work, and then to make it a bit more interesting and less boring, create a funnel for yourself. If you guys are coming back to the very beginning, if you are creating it for yourself, if you are out there, if you are the creator and you want to do an info product, then you need to make a funnel for yourself. Like, you have to literally, Scheiße, wo bist du? Where are you? Here. If you are doing it for yourself, which is literally just personal branding at this point. Literally, if you are doing this for yourself, study people's funnels, because I promise you guys, you'll be absolutely more successful. I'm applying obviously a funnel as well for my socials and my accounts, and you can study my funnels, but who am I, right? I would recommend for you guys to study other people's funnels who are quite good and quite successful at it. So anyways, small diver, guys, I'm super sorry, but let's go straight to products. Woohoo! Okay, info product. Info product is literally a digital product you sell online that offers a specific type of knowledge, and because it's knowledge, you are essentially teaching them something. Literally an info product. If you guys still unsure what info product means, I actually made a separate video on what an info product is, but this video should absolutely be enough, so you don't have to click on it. You should just watch this, guys. Info product. So there are 4 factors that excel the info product success. There are 4 predictable markers that will project the ultimate success of your info product. Number 1, how educational is your info product? Like, is it teachable? Is it worth teaching? Is it a skill that not many people know? Number 2, high ticket. This is my recommendation. Sell your info product towards an audience of higher monetary value. Like, charge it more, obviously charge it higher, make it more expensive, but the niche itself, the info product itself, has to be customized towards an audience where their interested is about that. So let me just make it a bit more simpler. So that specific type of niche that you're selling has to be for the rich people anyway. So if it's, for example, I don't know, an info product that specializes on making your bed. I'm literally looking at my bed. A product that specializes on making your bed. You're not gonna target the high ticket people because I don't know if they still do their own beds, but it is something that they are literally not interested in. These high ticket people are, in my opinion, more interested in leveraging more knowledge or leveraging more money. Seven desires. Now this is super interesting. Seven desires is quite similar to pain points, but if your info product should revolve around these seven desires. Now what are these seven desires? That you guys should look at this. But it is essentially wealth, money, survival, family, friends, loss. What else is there? Just look at this, guys. There's survival care product, survival, blah blah blah. Just free from fear and area and danger. Anyways, just watch this video, then you can understand what these seven core desires are, so that you can formulate your info product in such an effective way. Simple but nuanced, and this is like the this is like the advanced crazy stuff. You don't have to sell such an overcomplicated oops such an overcomplicated info product. I even thought that selling a growth operator would be, like too overcomplicated. Many wouldn't understand. It's like too many stuff. But it is actually more simpler than it seems. But I wouldn't do like something like so complicated, like I don't know, like how to, mow your lawn, like how to cut grass in your backyard using scissors and AI. Like what the fuck? Like that's just obviously overcomplicated. And the idea is to use a simple niche, but it is nuanced, meaning there's like more deeper meaning behind it. For example, if I was a fitness creator, let's go back to the fitness personal coach fitness niche. If I was a personal coach, I would, for example, be like specify on how to increase biceps by just eating steak. Like it sounds so simple, but there is like a deeper implication. And psychologically speaking, the audience will be like, wait, wait, what? There's like a deeper meaning? Like is there more to it than it is? I thought it was simple. Like simple but nuanced. That is the underlying message I'm trying to portray here. Highest info products earning highest profit earning info products. So this specific list is the info products that will do well for you. Macro one-to-one coaching, online webinars, online courses, paid communities, and docs, templates, and PDF. Like I know there are a few other out there. There's, for example, ebook, or I don't know, like services out there which you can offer, but those are I wouldn't recommend. But these are the macro ones that I would absolutely focus on. And my personal recommendation, before I overstep again, is to start off with communities, paid communities, and one-to-one coaching, or online webinars. Like online courses, I think I made that with the website point quite clear earlier. And docs, templates, and PDFs, I'll get to that in just a bit. But if you are new and you want to sell an info product, focus on two only. And my recommendation is either one-to-one coaching and communities, or webinars and communities. Micro principles, personalized programs, one-to-one sessions. So those are macro principles, and now I just translate it into micro principles. So how they specifically look like. So they are basically personalized programs, one-to-one sessions. Like, these fitness coach, they'll create this entire doc, they'll create this entire, spreadsheet for you, or they'll have like a one-to-one call. Now, if it's, for example, online webinars, they have weekly calls on Zooms or Google Meets. And my recommendation, if you do that, literally make a live stream out of it. Use TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to make a live stream out of that. That's like additional traffic, right? You don't have to advertise the live stream, but just put your live stream. You have nothing to lose. It's just additional traffic for your um, for those weekly calls, and why not, right? Learning platforms, for example, if and this boils down to if you want to make online courses, you can use School, which is actually more for communities. But I guess you can also offer your courses and your lessons there. Kajabi is a popular one, Kajabi, Teachable, and Udemy. If you have other recommendations or you have your own platform on Webflow or whatever provider you're using, then be my guest. It's just a recommendation. For communities, IG subscription. Now, IG sub actually only works based on my knowledge with subscribers over 10,000. So you need over 10,000 Instagram subscribers to unlock IG sub. And IG sub is literally translated Instagram subscriptions, and it's where your Instagram followers pay basically a monthly subscription fee, and you can offer them from content to a specific channel and to other exclusive information, I guess. School TikTok series is very interesting. I want to experiment that as well, but it's a new feature by TikTok where you can literally um, offer a series. I'm not too sure if they offer a community function, but TikTok series is a good avenue, a good channel for you to monetize. And YouTube is, there are YouTube communities. I've seen it. I wouldn't really recommend doing one because, I mean, perhaps I don't have enough knowledge on that. But YouTube is a monetization avenue due to the advertisement that you obviously through AdSense, which you provide on your videos. But if you want to start a community, a YouTube community is fine as well. Now, when coming to documents, there are Canva files, Word docs, Google Sheets, PowerPoints, Excel sheets, there are whatever notes, Notepad, etc., etc. There are like so many stuff when it comes to documents. But yeah, offer free, yo. Now, let's jump back to it. Sorry, I just had an amazing break. Excuse me, guys. Anyways, offer free value first, then upsell. There's a further study on YouTube. Excuse me, perhaps you guys should check it out. And oh my god, this video. This video is iconic. It's legend. So annoying, I swear to God. This gentleman, Jeff Walker, he basically explains the entire product launch formula, and it explains why, spoiler alert, why Iman Ghazi posts the video he posts. He basically breaks down how cinemas and movies, for example, use these strategies as well. In any type of business, they have a set of product launch, and it's basically a sequence or a strategy of content or VSL you guys push out there before you initiate your content. And hence why free value is mentioned as well throughout the video. So do check this out. Jeff Walker is amazing at explaining this. And yeah, do websites, video courses, ebooks not really, but webinars and one-to-one coaching all later. Like literally these websites, video courses, ebooks, webinars, and one-to-one coaching. Although one-to-one coaching again depends on your creator, you guys can do that at the very beginning. But all the other digital info products, honestly, it's such a tedious and long process. Remember that product fit is absolutely important first, and especially if you're trying out and experimenting in a niche where you might not or you don't know how successful it may turn out. So you should try it in or is essentially experimented with a product fit formulation. We want to start ASAP, so do what's easiest to set up. Yeah, that is obviously logically as well. Um, a process, so to set up what is easiest for you too. So if it's, setting up communities, or if it's, one-to-one coaching, if docs, templates, and PDF is, if that is easiest for you, do that first. Like, don't spend again a lot of time and effort creating, your own custom education platform, or setting up on all these webinars. Like, don't do that if the process would take too long. Product fit, product fit, product fit. Let me repeat that. Product fit, let's not repeat it then, but product fit is more important than literally anything, especially if you want to sell. Also realize the important Also realize the importance of product fit. The idea is to serve a niche market, hence why testing the product first is more important. Remember guys, money in first. I believe Hustlers University, Andrew Tate mentioned this. I didn't buy his course, but I saw a cracked version on YouTube where Andrew Tate basically emphasized the importance of money, making money first as a business person before experimenting with expenses and literally investing in stuff that literally don't compound. If you spend so much money into a business and the business doesn't generate any value or any profits, then what's the point, right? Yeah, so product fit, product fit, product fit. Product 3, free communities. Free communities. Setting up communities is not difficult. Again, my recommendation is to start with a free community, then offering a premium paid one, upselling. So one, it entices the idea of product fit. Also, number 2, offering a premium paid one as a upselling feature is so important. There is a statistic, I wish I could still find it, that explains that all the applications that you have in your app store, the free applications generate the most amount of revenue. And why is that so? It is literally the upsell features. All the free applications that you see in your app store, the majority of them have either some stupid advertisement feature, which honestly is a monetization route channel, but the applications, the free applications that offer essentially upselling features such as removing ads or purchasing premium add-ons or whatever the application is, the upselling feature for a free application is much more powerful. And that boils back down to the point of free value, because offering free value, I mentioned this again earlier, entices or promotes trust and also the reciprocate. Guys, I'm not pronouncing this well. How do you pronounce this? Reciprocity. I was gonna say reciprocity. Anyways, the idea of reciprocating value. So if you offer free value and it actually helps people, just as the objective of my stuff that I push out there, and if it essentially helps someone, then the person will reciprocate and actually reach out to you and be like, hey, like, you've helped me so much so far. Are there any like premium or other paid communities where I feel it's more personalized and more tailored towards me? And people will reach out to you for that. And Eddie Comeback, if you Eddie Cumberbatch, if you study his funnel, and in step number 2, the funnel part, remember Simon, if you you know what, Cumberbatch, if you study, this is such a pro tip, by the way, you guys will really enjoy this. This is so much value, honestly. Go on Simon's YouTube and study. Go on Simon's YouTube and study Eddie Cumberbatch's funnel. Simon has broken down Eddie Cumberbatch's funnel so well you will understand. And it's crazy because Eddie Cumberbatch offers so much free value. Even I was like, wait a minute, like why is he offering like so much free stuff? He offers so much, as you guys can see, free class, free value, free PDF. If you watch this entire video, you guys will understand the power of why Eddie Cumberbatch does it and how it literally made him 200,000 plus a month. Literally study this funnel, and I promise you guys, you will understand why offering free value, especially in the beginning, is absolutely powerful. Your community revolves around. Sorry, it's not right. This is not right. Don't move, don't move, don't go anywhere. We're almost done, I promise. We're actually almost done. Okay. See what to do. Okay. Also realize the importance of product. Blah blah blah. Okay, product. We were here, correct? Your community around offering the value of setting up community is not free community, offering a paid one, upselling. Okay, your community revolves around the idea of offering the value of the info product. That is very obvious. You are selling the info product, hence all the value that comes by providing that specific type of knowledge. The two most important components of your free community is upselling and engagement. Okay, if you're creating a free community, whether it's on Instagram, Telegram, even school, realize this. One, upselling. So upselling is how you redirect, and this is, I would say, essentially step two because it's a funnel, but upselling is literally redirecting them into a paid community, a paid webinar, or some paid info product. Deliver free knowledge as much as possible to create trust and reciprocity effect. Sell indirectly in a personalized manner, offer one-to-one coaching in the premium group. Social proof and testimony is the way to advertise people and review. If you guys watch Alex Hormozzi's Instagram, his YouTube, and the importance of marketing, especially digital marketing, and if you guys do a lot of studying for different types of funnels, you will realize, and I will make this absolutely clear, you guys will realize how important social proofs are. Like social proofs are so important. Not only does it one trigger FOMO, and number two the monkey see monkey do effect, but people are so engaged with trust when they see social proof that people are genuinely interested in that info product. Like if people actually see a lot of social proofs, and Charlie Morgan, he did it quite well for his funnel. If you guys go on Charlie Morgan again, and I'll just make Charlie. One second, yeah. If you guys look at Charlie Morgan, and then you guys go on his funnel, the Imperium Agency, which is basically he's teaching other people how to make agencies, then you will see he actually has a lot of social proof. This is all of his in social proof. It's actually much more than that. Like if you guys continue with actually setting an appointment, and I believe at the final stage when you actually key in your email and your details, there's gonna be like a huge list of social proofs. Like the scrolling is endless. Like, and again, yeah, that just further emphasizes or further amplifies why social proof is super important. Close this. Probably why I'm having a little bit of lag. Anyways, engagement. Now, if you have a community, engagement is so important. Like if your community is dead, and probably all the gamers and all the Twitch streamers can probably agree on this. If your community is dead and there's literally nothing happening in there, literally what's the point? And how you make it a bit more engaging is you can either invite a bot, depending on the platform, or a moderator, which is essentially someone who makes it a bit exciting to post content every day, like literally every single day. You don't have to post videos or posts, but you can literally write something, or you can put polls, exclusive content, and even Q&A. So just make it more lively by putting some input in there. Reply to messages as a gesture of engagement and acknowledgement. Like if one is literally having a bot and moderator to put some input, But if you literally don't reply, if you don't interact with your audience, literally there's no difference as well. Like if there are people like talking in the chat, reply to them specifically. Like make them feel special, make them feel personalized, make them feel like you are addressing them for whatever text they wrote inside that community. Literally, you have to make it more engaged, because engagement is, if not the crucial backbone of a community, and engagement is also a transferring component of upselling. So the more engaged they are, the more possibility there is for upselling and more results to the paid community. So creating paid communities is a good medium for you to sell your info product. I am not at this stage offering a paid community. In fact, I am offering a subscription on my Instagram, but that is literally it. But I'm not offering a paid community just as of yet, because again, coming back to free value, I would love to provide as much as skill and knowledge first, but it is a great medium for you to sell your info product once you have reached a comfortable growth operating stage. The paid community revolves around elements that actually teach the audience about the info product. So that is again quite similar to the free community, but the difference is here it's more about engagement, and upselling. Sorry, it's more engagement than upselling, but here it's more teaching than engagement. I'll explain that just as of now actually. The two most important components of your paid community. I keep repeating myself. The two most important components of your paid community is teaching and engagement. So within your paid community, now that is where you actually do the selling. So that's where you offer the modules, the lessons, the chapters, and even quizzes. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot do that within your free community. You can do that as well, but in the paid community, it's more specialized. So in other words, it's more professional. Remove formality at all costs and always share docs and files. Now, what I meant by formality is, so you know how you on Udemy or Teachable or Kunjabi, if you guys like, you guys have probably purchased an online course before, and like literally formality is so boring. Like the more professional the course looks, like oh it says like 7 minutes and the quizzes and the speaker is like so formal. He doesn't add like some elements of humor or some excitement. Literally like it will make teaching just in general so boring. Like even in the real world, like the real world, even in the real world, if you look at your teachers and if they're also serious and formal and they're not exciting, like it's not fun to attend the class. Like you get what I'm saying, right? The message here, like add some elements of humor, some elements of interaction, some fun to it, and it will make teaching just in general a better experience. And that is obviously what I'm trying to do with my YouTube videos, but in reality, it's my ADHD. Anyways, um, share docs and files. Now, this is actually a good tip. Now, I hope I can find this YouTuber without literally losing your attention. So this YouTuber, he made this absolutely clear. What's his name? Jacob Levine. Jacob Levine, shout out to you, man. He runs an SMMA and he kind of broke down the most important stuff. So if you guys are running an SMMA, bro, literally check him out. He provides tons of value and amazing value, literally for free on his YouTube channel. So do check him out. And he emphasized the importance of sharing docs and files. And within one of his videos, he explained that if whatever businesses you start, and obviously in his sense it was SMMA, literally document down every single stuff you do. Now, whatever strategy, whatever tool you implement, whatever practical, I don't know, graphic or whatever copywriting you put out there for your company or for your agency, document that down. Like literally write it down or put it in some, I don't know, template or in some files and folder. And maybe in the future you can literally do what I do. So this document, obviously guys, I'm providing this for free. I'm just gonna provide it out there, but it's like a reference point that I'm using, right? As you guys can see, I'm learning on the way and I'm making adjustments on the document along the way. So that is my point. Like if you guys are selling an info product or something out there, and anything that you even teach, if it's something that you experiment for yourself, like literally document that down into your document and then provide that as knowledge. So you understand what I'm trying to say? Like I'm an SMMA agency, or let's say I'm Jacob Levine, okay? Let's make this super simple. I'm Jacob Levine. Jacob Levine runs an SMMA business. He runs a digital marketing agency, and at the same time, he offers courses, he offers online info products for you to grow your SMMA business. So, my point here is everything he applies in his SMMA business, he documents it down so that when he teaches his audiences, he uses the same file which he applies for his business. I think I just summarized that much better than just now. But yeah, that is basically in a nutshell what it is. Now, in a paid community, engagement is obviously very important as well. Very similarly, invite a bot, a moderator, include polls, Q&A, share progress with other members. Now, progress is great. Progress is, I would also add that in the free community, but seeing progress is one good for other people who are just beginning their course, and sharing progress for the person himself is also a huge, what's the right word for it, a huge, I would say a good feeling for him, because he literally feels valued and appreciated for the wins or for the successes, and just having a community that has a good support mechanism, and just in general that celebrates every success that you do, especially if it's because of the community, then that is a good way for the member who has achieved that result to feel happy. Literally include pain points and replying to people to motivate them. You guys will probably see this if you're in a community yourself, and especially if you're promoting values. I literally see that every day. You see people they're struggling and uncertain and having doubts, and just replying to that, especially to something where they very fragile and very excited about. Literally reply to their pain points. Like don't leave them idle. Like even if you don't know, and this is a pro tip, even if you don't know how to reply to them, at least appreciate them for trying. Literally appreciate them and celebrate the minor wins. As small as the wins are, celebrate those minor wins with them. Literally, I swear. Setting up communities is not difficult. Here are a few applications I would recommend you to start creating a community. So if you guys want to create a community, whoa, what happened here? This is actually the Telegram. This is actually the Telegram. What is going on over here? Anyways, I don't know what's going on. But this is supposed to be Telegram, guys. So if free communities is fuck. Free communities, I would start with Telegram, Instagram, broadcasts. Broadcasts on Telegram, IG broadcast channel. IG broadcast channel, however, only works with more than 10,000 followers. I'm not too sure. Can someone please check this for me and let me know? And school. So school is a good way to offer a free community as well, which you guys can obviously check at the description of this video. But yeah, it is a community that I'm offering for free, and it's literally all the knowledge that I'm accumulating to share with you guys. Anyways, gosh, that was so cringe. For paid communities, Discord, Instagram subscription, and school. So Discord, I would use paid communities. I don't like Discord. Maybe I'm not so good at it to implement it for a free community. But Instagram subscription, where you can, as you guys can see, create a subscriber social channel or subscriber broadcast channel as well. And school for paid communities as well. Literally start with the one you are most convenient with. So if you're skilled with Telegram or Instagram, use that. If you know how to use school very nicely or Discord, use that as well. Upsell your community. I made that very clear with the free community previously, so upsell it. Once it's running, then consider other info product mediums. Now there is no limit for you to there's no limit to how many info products you can sell, like just in general. But as I mentioned before, I recommend if you are a beginner to start with two, and two of the easiest and two of the quickest, so that you can sharpen your skill and understand the framework of growth operator a little bit more. Once it's running, then consider other info product mediums. Then you could consider your courses, your ebooks, your online webinars, your group coaching. Start with the simple stuff first, guys. Okay. Bonus tip. Woo! This is a great bonus tip, and this is literally what I do as well. Bonus tip: offer documents, templates, and worksheets for free. This ties back down to these free value, trust, reciprocity. Gosh, I'm still struggling with that reciprocity effect. But offering document templates and worksheets is such a powerful tool, and I would always offer that for free unless the document is personalized towards a person. If you're creating documents and files and templates, come on, guys, don't be such an egotistical jerk, an egotistical guru. Offer that stuff for free, because that is not where you want to make the money. You guys want to essentially make the most money from your communities and your other info products, like, I don't know, online courses or ebooks. Why would you want to focus your main source of income for info products and documents and templates? Literally doesn't make sense for me. But yeah, offer that stuff for free, and that is my bonus tip. And that was pretty much all, ladies and gentlemen. Like, it literally boils down like to this framework. It's literally marketing, sales, and product, guys. And the better you improve the system specifically for you, literally the more successful you become. Obviously, I am not the best at it. I'm obviously quite new. I've been experimenting with this for a few months. I'm implementing this literally to every single business system and framework I'm using, and I'm refining as I learn on the way. While I learn more, I teach you guys more, and every skill and knowledge that I provide is literally based on what I practically implement into my business. And if it works for me, then I'll teach you guys, obviously. And if it doesn't work, um, or I realize that there are other ways which it could be better, then I would not teach you guys, but I will tell you guys that there are better alternatives for you guys to try. But yeah, that is literally it. It's been quite a long course, but yeah, again, MSP is the only macro framework you have to understand. Important. I know you guys were about to click off, but here's what's important. This is literally the secret sauce I apply. The time of your success. Understand this. Understand this. And I probably have this from Charlie Morgan, so do check him out again. But the time of your success literally boils down to how much skills you have learned, combining with the speed you can implement it. Now, if you guys have been doing business for some time, you will realize that speed is one of the most crucial factors, right? Starting in any business, you will realize that time is the most valuable asset, but one component which is often overlooked is skills. Literally high income skills, or specifically all the skills that you have acquired. And for my specific example, I'm looking at growth operator. Every single type of skills you have learned over the years of your business experience, no matter when you started or whether you just started, all the skills that you guys accumulate throughout the journey, that is the exciting part. Whether it's drop shipping, SMMA, e-commerce, all the other digital niches, all the skills, they eventually compound. They eventually compound. And that compounded skills, you put it into your system. And with speed, and that's where speed comes. Let me use an analogy for speed. Speed, okay, like this. Your compounded skills with the system, you apply all your compounded skills into the system. This is speed. So your compounded skills and your system with speed will generate you success, ladies and gentlemen. And that is literally what making money is. I have made tons of money from my life from football, from business, and I have to say that is literally what it all boils down to. Don't believe me? You want to do a fact check? Go ahead, do a fact check, or listen to other gurus who explain the same stuff. But yeah, that is that is basically everything what it is. And just like any system, you refine the system based on your needs and desires. Not all systems are perfect. Find the system that fits your niche, that fits your business philosophy well, and make it, maximize it, and make it the best effective system for your business. Never stop learning, as there are always new and different ways to go about this. Literally apply this open minded, walk through this world, acquiring as much as skills. Throw your ego, throw it away, acquire as much as skills as you can. Never stop learning. You always hear this from the rich. They never stop learning, they always learn more. And the more skills and knowledge you compound, the better you become, the more successful you become. Actually, that is so good what I just said. I want to skills plus systems. I'm gonna create this. I don't want to waste your time, but yeah, that is pretty much the entire course. If growth operator or becoming growth operator has opened your mind to business, or it has helped you, I don't know, venture or excel your other businesses you're doing, if this video, if this course has helped you in some way, show that to me, give me some appreciation, because I love, and my literally my goal, guys, and I'll be super honest, is to help one person. Like, yes, we all want to make money out there. We have to be absolutely honest here, but I really want to help people. And every single day, I always think about the philosophy of, if I help people, and I'm quite a religious person, and I tell this to God, that if I help people, and if I believe and truly by heart that it is a value that would make, another person better, then eventually God or Allah will, provide me or reward me in that sense with rizqi. But anyways, I don't want to go too religious or philosophical, but if it did help you, or if it did provide you guys some value, then do smash the like button. If you guys want to check out the communities in the link in the description, and there we can chat more. So anyways, guys, I love you guys so much, and yeah, see you very, very soon. Bye.